What's up, collectors and pop culture fanatics? Welcome back for another unboxing. This time it's Savage Crucible figures. Figure. Singular. Not plural, unfortunately. I'm just going to do one. Ignore the crazy hair. It's hot as Satan's taint in here. But, as you can see, I have this figure behind me. This is Vilimir. I'm probably saying that wrong. Savage Crucible. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, just want to show you guys the box first. It's going to be this guy right here. We'll do this. Make it a little better with the lighting. So you got this guy looking pretty sweet. There's the name, and then there is the company. Got this on the back, which I've found all of Wave 2, I think, has this. Maybe Wave 1, I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on it. You have a, let me open it, figure bio or character bio in here. This is pretty cool. Feel free to pause if you would like to read this, just to get the lore of the background. Each one of these comes with a map in the back, which is super duper dope. These guys do require some heat, same as Mythic Legions, Creative Beast Studios figures. I'm going to say a couple of others. I would have, NECA. There's quite a few that you have to use heat on, so it's nothing new to the collectors and the collector world of anything outside of Hasbro. So this guy's looking pretty cool. I want to get him out of the box real quick and see what we got. Eventually, if not in this video, we'll see how the time lays out. You may see this Tyrannosaurus Rex from Creative Beast that I have not yet done a review on. This is their newest one, the little blue guy. Well, newest as in the last release. There are probably some more to come. But a really cool idea that I had was to put this dinosaur-esque lizard guy on the back of him with a custom saddle, hopefully with the chains that this guy has right now. Either that or I will order some chains from Hobby Lobby, something like that. These pop out, and I will go over one of the dungeon kits eventually because they are badass. Comes with this guy. So having these chains kind of in the mouth, his mouth is closed, he's riding him. I think it would be a really cool thing. So if it's not in this video, you'll see it eventually. Go to my Instagram. It is Tyler Russell 718. My name at the top there is T-Rex Russell. What a coincidence. Anyways, let's get this guy out and look at it and stuff. Okay, now that it's probably 20 minutes later, because I had a bad battery, or a dead battery, replaced it with another battery, set up to find out that one was dead as well. Luckily I have 17 batteries, so it's fine. Also realized how insanely my hair looked, so I had to go fix that real quick. If that's fixed, I don't know. It looks better. So, got him out, looking insanely freaking cool. Just the first impressions are the same as every other Savage Crucible figure I've opened up, which is, oh my god, this is amazing. So, yeah, that's first impressions every time. I've opened 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5, plus an accessories pack. Yeah, every time I'm just incredibly impressed with these guys. The articulation is just next level. I was too lazy, I didn't heat him up, so if you watch him break in this video, that sucks. He does feel a little bit loose on his own, which is not a bad thing with these figures because I feel like the dynamic poses that you want to get these guys in anyways is probably going to require a flight stand or something of some sorts, which I do have some that I may put on here. I don't know. We'll see. So, scoot you closer, give you a closer look on the weapons themselves. So you have this really cool, unique looking dagger. I don't think I've seen this from Savage just yet, so that's really cool. I apologize if the lighting's bad in here. I've got one window and it's over there. This guy, super sweet looking, I don't know what it is, but you can see how long that is just in my hand. That's like my size sword, so freaking... Alright. Potion, which a lot of these guys come with these potions. This one is super cool because it has that kind of neonish green with that blue accent and the gold frame surrounding it, which is dope. If you saw that back there where I'm holding it, it was like, wait a minute, what is that for? It's a peg that can go into the belt of this guy. So I'll show you that also, which a lot of these parts are interchangeable from Series 1 to 2, probably on past that. So you can see here that there are little peg holes, not really peg holes, but little cutouts, and you can wiggle it in there. It does take some like angling, pushing through and all that. I would just highly recommend heating this up a little bit, not too much. You don't want to go crazy with it, but throwing that on there. I will say the first thing, he also has 2 hands in here, whoops, that I just didn't take out because the open palm hands on guys that come with weapons this badass are just insane. I'm not going to use those. I'm not going to put open hands on something that has incredible weapons. So yeah, who's gonna do that? So I will say, on to that, the one thing that we're missing here is a sheath, right? And I know I just contradicted myself by saying like, oh, I wouldn't, put on the hand, whatever. Whatever. Okay? If you want to sheath it, you should be able to sheath it. That is the one thing missing from this. That's the only, I wouldn't say negative, but the only negative thing I have to say. So, contradict myself again. I don't know. So, you can see, let's do an overview of the figure itself, starting with the head, because it's always the coolest portion, where you have, the lighting's weird, but scoot you back and go up a little bit where I can get this lighting better. Sorry, it's just a weird time of day. So there you go, that's a little bit better. You can kind of see his head here in the way it's styled. So it opens up pretty well. I like that. I'm gonna move you again because maybe I'm an idiot and this would have been the proper, yeah, I'm just dumb. This would have been the best way to go anyways. So yeah. Articulation on the jaw, holy, stretch. Jesus, that's insane. It's almost as wide as I can do. In my moving process, there it is. So, you get the jaw right here. Obviously, that's super cool if you want to... Raggy. No, that's fine. Just pops right back on. Just pops right back, I swear. It's on there. So, the jaw opens up pretty excessively. I don't see the point in having it that far, but they give you the opportunity if you want to make them just like kind of, broken jaw, whatever. But yeah, so I'd say right there is going to be the average of what people are displaying this guy. I don't know. Onto the armor. He's got the neck armor, of course, looking super, super sick. I believe that's 2 pieces from here to the lower portion that covers the shoulders. And that also wraps around the back and proceeds to the front to give you that chest plate as well with all the spikes on it. And these are not sharp, they're not hard plastic, they're like rubbery tips except for these guys. These are the same material, but damn, those are kind of sharp. Little shoulder pauldrons, shoulder pauldrons I guess they are. Kind of a Mythic Legion style, but I will tell you the difference between these and Mythics. Mythics has the big rectangular squarish cut out right there to put the pegs in for the wings and all that stuff. This guy has 2 pegs right there, so you can interchange between the accessory packs, which they are insanely good with at Savage. They give you all kinds of different stuff in these accessory packs, and they also have these here. So traditionally, shoulder pauldrons would go up here, cover the top piece, and a little bit of the upper shoulder. These guys have done it to where it goes down on the arm a bit. Because these are lizard kind of dudes, I think that it works extremely well. And then transitioning down to the waist portion, the skirt, whatever you want to call this, the sashy thing, which then segues into the tail armor on this guy specifically. It's insanely badass. Now, if you guys had seen my Stegosaurus review, I talked about whipping the shit out of somebody with that tail that has the spikes on it, and I think that's the concept here that may be the inspiration. I'm not 100% sure, but that is insanely cool, and they've even detailed it to where you have straps down here for each individual portion. You can also see the articulation in the tail, which we'll go over in a minute. The forearm armor is super cool, obviously lays into everything else. And then down to the shin armor, which is insanely sick as well. I think that they did an incredible job. I don't know how well you can see that paint job, but it's a rustic kind of, this guy's been wearing this armor for a hot minute. This does shift around, so it's on one of those pegs. If you wanted to take it out, take it off, whatever, you could. Put the potion in front. Don't know why you would. That'd look funny, but it's an option. You can also, I will tell you, you can take off these shoulder pauldrons. You can take off this neck armor. You can take off this armor. You can take off pretty much everything. You probably want to leave the waist armor on there, because if you're familiar with Savage or Mythics in the same, they do kind of have a little gap right there, but I will admit that these are nowhere near as bad as the Mythics, because I actually do have a Wave 1 figure here that I got at Toylanta that you can see, and eventually we'll look at this guy too. It'll be a lot shorter review, but he's got this little sashy thing. Underneath that is the same that you have underneath this, which is basically like a black or white pair of underwear-ish type deals. These guys are lizard dudes. Why are they wearing underwear? I don't know, but it's better than lizard hanging out. I don't know. But they're super, super dope. If you peek back there, you'll see that I have another one, and that's one of the builders. That was $20. We'll get to that in another video. But I think that the idea is it's better than Mythics in that specific field, because you can remove all of this armor. You don't have to have a sash piece, whereas on pretty much every single Mythic Legions figure you have to have the sash piece. That's not bashing. They look much cooler with it. These guys are lizard dudes, dragon dudes, dinosaur dudes, whatever you call them, I'm still not sure. But they look good either way. I'm not going to go through taking all the armor off. Frankly, I don't care enough to do that. I like it the way it is, and if you don't, then buy your own and take all the shit off of it. That's just, in my opinion, that's it. That's incredible. So, moving on to articulation, we talked about the jaw, the head a little bit. You get a lot of upward motion on this, a lot of downward motion, more so than upward. I think that's pretty sweet. There is an extended neck in there. If you see that portion, it sticks out a little bit, kind of giving you that lizard type thing. I don't think that's on a peg. That is molded into the body, which is chef's kiss, because you don't get that weird little neck crease right there. Not a fan of that, never have been, never will be. You got the ball joints right here, no butterfly joints. Oh, just kidding. What am I saying? Savage, correct me. Come on, guys. Butterfly joints? Look at that. Holy shit, holy. So you got this guy going from here to here to here. I can't even articulate like that. Like, Savage built this figure better than God built me. Look, so you got this, and you can push it all the way forward. Look at that. Why, now he's just beefy boy. So, butterfly joints. Got the bicep swivel, the tricep swivel, or forearm swivel, obviously the wrist. A lot of traditional stuff. I'm going to go over the things that matter, though. You get the waist movement here, where it is just the portion there. Obviously, the waist swivel. One of my favorite things about all of these figures is the crunch. You get, look at that. That's an incredible crunch. I like that a lot. For me, if you're doing something aside from a human figure, I think that crunch is, it's needed to get these guys in positions that we want them in. Look at that. If you had him hanging, let's say from, you know, Savage, it's Savage, I don't know. So, if you had him hanging from some chains, right, and you want him just kind of like leaned over, his feet are on the ground, so he's just like giving up at that point. And, you know, I think that's sick. You could even have him hanging, I don't know why he's hanging from his wrist. It's just in my head. I love playing with these guys and having a idea. What's come up with, that's the whole point of all of this, is to just use your imagination as you please. So, last but not least, actually second to last, you got the ankles, right? They're on a ball joint. You get all that movement, which is really, really nice. Very, very far forward, very far backward. You also get the swivel side to side. I don't know how well you can see that. My toy collectors know what they're looking at here. So you get, obviously, rotation left to right, but one of the cool things about these guys is you have the toe pivot. Holy shnikes, that is a toe pivot. You do not need it. It's kind of going back to this, right? Absolutely massively open job, but the cool thing is they give you the option. You can articulate this guy however you want, and we will have a couple of poses at the end of this so you guys can see it. And again, I have not used any heat on this out of the package. He's just a little bit looser than some of the others have been from Wave 2, which is great because I definitely heated up one of them a lot more than I should have, and he was like, that was on me, not Savage. But when he cooled down, dude, chef's kiss, kiss, kiss. It was perfect because it expanded those joints a little bit, expanded that plastic, and then it kind of almost melted back together for a tighter fit. So really cool. You could, first thing I think of is those open palms, which I said I wouldn't use, but look at this guy. He's doing some push-ups. With that toe pivot, that's perfect. Okay, I did forget to do the articulation on the tail. I think I mentioned it, but 1, 2, 3, 4 points of articulation on that tail alone. Look at this. That's going wherever you want it to. The only thing stopping it from going up and back more is that armor plating, which I would prefer the armor plating over articulation. It could have been a bendy wire. I don't care. But look at this. So one quick pose here. He's got that up top slashing and also that stabbing motion on the other hand. He's got that mouth open, just getting ready for whatever, whenever. A little bit of downward toe pivot, a little bit of upward toe pivot, because he's leading with that left, or leading with that right foot and kind of jumping off of that left. So I also did plug in the potion, so you guys can kind of get a good idea of how that looks. There is that little bit of push out from the peg. It looks like the peg's a little bit longer than it should be, but I would rather it be longer than it be just a pain in the ass to get in there, so perfect. Anyways, so that's what you're looking at there. That's cool, right? I mean, I dig that. The tail motion, all of this, that ab crunch is really killing it. Okay, for this one I put him up here to give him a little, I don't know, the lighting is terrible in this room right now due to the time of day, but you can kind of see he's got that menacing, he's standing ready to go, you don't want to mess with him type deal. Here he is next to the Stego. How's that look? That's pretty cool, right? But size comparison, obviously this guy's huge. But yeah, so this, I'm not going to do too many poses. I will say, if you look at the feet right here, let's see if I can get this angle. They are a little bald. Not bald as in no hair, but bald as in like rounded. So it's kind of hard to stand them up, but luckily we have accessory packs like these, which I will review sometime soonish, hopefully. It's got the chains, the Komodo Dragon, or whatever it's called. But you can see here that the stand does hold a couple of different items because it's got those pegs. But there are also little other pegs you can plug into any of these open holes. As you can see on this one, there's a little gray piece right there, and that's where the figure plugs into. But I was having a hard time standing it up, which is kind of weird. I thought that the feet would be great on these, but as you can see, I have this one on a peg, and all three of those are on dynamic stands, so maybe I haven't played with the feet long enough. Either which way, go check out Savage Crucible's website. Go check out Savage Crucible, I think it's at Savage Crucible on Instagram. And also, I think this is the actual website if you look at that. So go check them out. They're super, super cool. We just got some figures on Nerdzoic, which is one of their certified retailers. We got the Who-Man and two of the other dinos. I think I got one more of Como because he is just fantastic. Can't wait to review that one. I'm going to review the new one when it comes in just so you guys can see it fresh out of the box. But he's the one I heated up a little much, and now he's nice and stiff. So, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We're just getting started on all of the unboxings, so there's a lot more to come. There's figures in there. There's obviously some guys standing there. You're going, man, you haven't done anything on those. You can find other reviews online if you want to stick around and wait for me. That is perfectly okay with me. If there's one that you see right here, or any dinosaurs, any turtles, any mythics, hot toys, whatever it is, if you see something in here and you go, Tyler, I'd like to see a review on that, then you just let me know in the comments and I will do so. Send me a DM, whatever you got to do. We still do have the Fragilis Allosaurus. This is a new guy. He is still in the package. Just got some of these out and did some photos. Baby mammoth, cutest thing you'll ever see in the entire world. It's not focusing. Focus. It's not going to focus. Anyways, thanks for watching. Enjoy. Hopefully you guys are going to go to Savage Crucible's website now and either order that guy or some of these other really cool looking guys. But thank you. Have a good day.